You are listening to part 4 of the Daily Wisdom Pills series, 5 Ways to Rise Above Adversity.
Well, our world and our global culture is very much about joy, 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 happy, happy faces, selfies in bikinis and Speedos. Maybe I'm getting a little too graphic here, but it's all about chasing happiness. What I want to remind you of, because your heart knows the truth, heroes don't just live in the sunshine. What made Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, what made JFK, JFK, what made Mother Teresa, Mother Teresa, what made Jean-Michel Basquiat, the great artist, who he was, what makes a titan of industry so powerful, what makes a great humanitarian or a great mother or father or firefighter or a pizza maker who they are, is really not who they are in the times when they're at the top of the mountain. We become heroes of our lives by how we endure and navigate the periods that break our hearts. And I suggest to you, with great love and respect, that if you really want to live a rich life, then appreciate the seasons. We all get our times in the sun, and every authentic, real, fully alive human life has those seasons when we're away from the world and we're in the wilderness. One of my favorite books is The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. And if you're going through a hard time right now, I'd encourage you to read that book. And I'd encourage you to read the 2 chapters. One is on sorrow and one is on pain. And in one of those chapters, he says, difficult times come to you to crack the shell that covers your understanding. You see, it's only your ego, which is your weak self, your weak side, that is judging this difficult time as quote unquote bad. The deeper, higher, wiser part of you that is being cracked open by this seeming tragedy or painful time knows this is a great time. This is the best, worst time you've ever had. And so what I'm suggesting to you is difficult times do come. There's a natural order to life. There's natural seasons. I think a lot of life, there's this symphony and orchestrated brilliance to life. Because as you go through this difficult time right now, I promise you, there will be a time, it could be a week from now, it could be 2 years from now, where you look back at this and say, wow, that really was the best, worst time I've ever had. And I see why it happened to me, because I needed to learn this lesson, and it made me who I now am. I couldn't have written the books that I've written. I couldn't be here with you now speaking from a place of truth and sharing and service to you if I hadn't gone through my difficult times, because those times have sculpted me and made me who I now am. Am I perfect? Far from it. Am I happy with who I am right now with all my flaws and scars? Absolutely. So I'd say to you, wear your scars proudly and turn your wounds into wisdom and use your stumbling blocks and make them into stepping stones, because that is the game the legends play.